welcome everybody from my side as well. I'm looking forward to share this day with you guys, or this hour rather, about artificial intelligence. We did advertise that it's for people that are really brand new to this, heard about it, not sure how to use it, maybe using it a little bit, and you still not sure what it can do for you, and all the other questions that we have listed. I am going to repeat again what Elmarie said because we get that quite often during the session. It will be recorded. I'm going to share a couple of slides with you guys, and those slides will also be in a PDF available to you. So you are more than welcome to make notes, but just sit back and relax. Enjoy the movie. See what artificial intelligence can do for you. Then you are welcome to pop some questions in the chat. I have a lot to say though, so I don't know how many questions we'll be able to answer, but I have a link that we're going to share with you afterwards at the end before we end, that you can complete this short little questionnaire, your name and so on. And on there, you can either ask questions that we maybe missed in the chat or didn't get to, and I will answer them. Or you can also make a free 10 to 15 minutes appointment with me if you really have a burning question or maybe want to ask something about your own business. All right, so that's the deal. Here we go. What are we going to do today to get you guys started? We're going to look at what AI is in simple words. This is quite an interesting one that I've added here, seeing that the whole world is buzzing for the last couple of years on AI. So, Caroline, why do you want to tell us what AI is? I kid you not, about 2, 3 weeks ago, I was in a session also about, pardon me, AI and some other issues. And someone in the audience was so brave to stop me and ask me, what is this AI all about? And I was, in a way, totally shocked, but so excited. So someone has the guts to ask what maybe a couple of people want to know. And I thought, let's start with that question. Very short, very sweet, very briefly. I'm not an expert to explain it to you. I can show you how to use it though, but I'm going to try. Then we also need to look at, as we advertise to you guys, how AI can help you without taking your job. That's another concern that I get so often. How can AI save you time? I mean, that's what it's all about. How can AI support you, your family, your business? So we're going to look at this couple of scenarios there. Then we're going to look at how to talk to AI, how to communicate the right way. I'll give you a couple of guidelines and then also a couple of prompts you can use. Now, I've mentioned that I have this presentation, these slides. I'm not going to go through millions of slides with you, but we need to cover some theory before we start prompting. Then I also have quite a couple of slides that I'm definitely not going to share with you with how you can communicate with AI. Couple of examples so that can get you going, give you ideas of what you can do. Right, so here we go. What is AI in simple words? Now, you all know we as humans have a brain. I mean, oh, wow. And we learn naturally. We learn from birth. From the moment you're born, you learn but with your from your parents, from school, from experience, reading books, looking at WhatsApps, talking to people. I love saying, I mean, teaching is my passion, training people is my passion. There is absolutely no moment in your life that you won't learn anything. You will always learn something, even if it's so small. All of that together is how we learn naturally. That's why we say older people are wiser. Not because they are clever, it's just they have so much experience. On the other hand, we as humans can teach a machine to learn. We use data, so we feed it, and we use patterns to learn. Don't worry too much about it. The emphasis here is on we as humans, guys. We can't be replaced. We teach a machine or machines to learn. So there are very clever people that do that. And we are the fortunate people that can use what they have taught or learned machines. In other words, artificial means not natural. And that's natural like we learn as humans. So that's where it comes from, artificial intelligence. So it's a machine that's been learned to be intelligent. I hope that clears up some of you. I know you all know, but some of you may have a question. Now, what is this AI all about, as that guy asked me? I was so impressed with him asking me that question. And you can ask me similar questions today or in the link that we're going to share with you. Please, I can answer, or not can, I will answer any question. Don't be shy. Don't be shy at all. So, can AI take my job? A human brain is needed, as I've just explained. A human brain teaches the machine. A machine has no brain. Machine's intelligence is created by a brain. These are four statements which you can take and answer this question. Can AI take my job? Absolutely not. But I don't know what the future holds. What I do know, though, is if you apply for a job and you can't work with AI, which I hope will be a little bit better after today, the other person also applying for the job will get the job because they can use AI. So please go explore what I'm going to share with you today. Talk to people, experiment, do whatever you want. In other words, that you can, or in the end, that you can put on your CV. I can work with ChatGPT. I can prompt. I can work with Google Gemini. Put it on your CV, but only if you have the experience to use it. And after today, you will be one step ahead. Then you will be in a better position um, to get a job, which AI cannot take from you. AI can help you, but I'm going to say more about that. So, how can AI support you, your family, your business? That's one of the things we promised to look at today. For your family, it can help you plan meals. I'll show you. Organize schedules, find quick answers. For your business, it can help you to create proposals, analyze data in Excel, for example, or spreadsheets, brainstorm marketing ideas. I have a couple of ideas and examples for you on how you can do that. The bottom line is you can use AI to make life smoother at home and at work, not only for work, but home as well. That's how AI can support you. Can it save you time? Absolutely. I would say that is the most advantage that you can get from AI is to save you time on daily tasks, on answering questions, on summarizing stuff, whipping up content in seconds, just like that, which means you can have time to do some other stuff. How can it, in practical things, how can it save you time? If you need a report, instead of you sitting down writing the report, remember you still need to provide the knowledge, the what is it all about, but AI can do that report for you. So what you can go and do, have a coffee, chat to a client, make that phone call while AI is doing that. Just make the phone call quick because AI is quick. But yeah, it can do things for you. So please, guys, never see AI as a threat. AI is your pal, and AI can help you, save you time, do things for you. I personally cannot tell you how my life has changed since AI came to play. Now, AI has been around for many years, that's true, but the way AI is serving us, helping us lately, it's about now, I would say 3 years, Elmarie, that AI really, really, really came to play and help us doing things. If you want an email drafted, boom, it's ready. AI can do it for you. If you have that difficult email or email that's quite difficult, quite stressful to answer, ask AI. Give AI the email. Tell it to please assist me in answering this email. Still afterwards, please go and change the wording or the way it's formulated to your own personal way of writing, way of speaking. AI is there to assist you. You can't just use it as is. You can, but then where does the brain comes in? So you actually then talking yourself and working yourself out of being intelligent. The machine is intelligent, guys, but you, as a human, you are the most intelligent person in the room. AI is like having a turbocharged helper who can work very, very fast. So you can get more done in less the time. What is that old saying? Working smarter, not harder. Doesn't mean you're not going to do 8 to 5, but you're going to get more done in your 8 to 5. So that you maybe don't have to go home and still do some work. How's that? I know of a couple of husband, kids, and wives that will be very happy about this saying. Right. So now AI can be and will be and is your partner, your advisor, your life coach, your researcher, your personal assistant, your translator, your teacher, your planner, your analyzer, and the list has most probably 1 million roles that AI can take in or can play to help you with whatever you need to have done. AI is most certainly your assistant. Now, we have a couple of AI assistants available. There are many. Guys, I cannot tell you how many there are. I'm going to share a couple with you, especially those that I use every day. You can pick one. I like working with all of them. Reason. I have to train in them, so I have to know what I'm talking about. But also, especially if you use the free version, you can only prompt or ask or instruct in a couple of times. So if you have all these or use more than one AI web companion, then you can do more. And that's all for free. All what I'm going to do today with you is totally free. But you know the saying, there's no such thing as a free lunch, which is maybe not that applicable to what I'm trying to say. Fact is, you can only go so far with free, but it's perfectly fine. Then there's a subscription, and I will talk about that later. Please remind me if I do forget that because I have a lot to say. Google Gemini, this one is ChatGPT. Then there's Google Gemini as AI web companions, Copilot of Microsoft, Grok, Claude, and Perplexity. As I said, there are many more. These are the ones that I find quite helpful, and I will demonstrate each and every one to you today. I also share with you, remember you get these notes. You don't have to write it down. These are the browser, the website address, where you can find these AI web companions. So there they are, but I will show it to you. They're all for free up to a point, but you will get quite far. If I can say this, depending on what you're going to do and how many times you're going to use AI web companions on the screen at the moment, you never have to subscribe. Honestly, you never have to. Later on, as you use them, you will notice, you will know when you maybe have to subscribe. Okay, let me mention it right now. The subscription is round about $20 per month. But hang in there, hang in there. You will see what it can do for you. Just want to emphasize, you never have to subscribe. You can use it for free. When you open the AI Web Companion, like for example, Google Gemini, they're going to ask you for an email address and a password. That's all. Your name, email address, and a password. They will never ask you to pay, never ever. I don't know when they will start, but for now, it's been like this for about 3 years now. Never ever ask us to pay for it unless you want to pay. Good. So where can I find this apart from on the browser? So you go to a website on your computer and you use it. You can also use it on a mobile device. So I'm going to now try stop my presentation. I just want to connect my cell phone and just show you the AI Web Companions. There you go. All right, just want to unlock my phone, connect. Just want to show you my AI Web Companions. I have ChatGPT over here, which I use quite a lot, but over here I have a group. And there is Copilot, Claude, Perplexity, Grok, Gemini, and Copilot. There are two Copilots. There's a reason for that. Yeah, but there they are. And on top of that, there are all my browsers. Your normal Safari, your normal Google, your normal Microsoft Edge. But here are my web companions. And then at a later stage, there's an example. Sorry, my phone dropped. There's an example which I will share with you where I'm going to use my cell phone just to show you the mobile app is quite useful, very, very useful. I use it especially if I sit somewhere and wait, let's say at the doctor and my appointment, they're running late on my appointment. I use Google or Gemini or Claude or ChatGPT. You can find it in your Apple App Store or on the Play Store for Samsung and Huawei and all those other cell phones that you have, mobile apps. Now we get to the chase, let's say. How do I communicate with these Google Gemini, Perplexity, Claude? How do I communicate? I prompt. We call it, no, they call it prompt. So you need to become, my advice, a master at prompting. Prompting means how do you ask, how do you request, how do you instruct, how do you tell, how do you specify, how do you describe? Whatever you want AI to help you with, that's called prompting. And I have a couple of hints for you, examples, hints how you can go about communicating with AI by using prompts. So if you can become a master in prompting, I'm pretty sure you can put that on your CV because that will also help you quite a lot. You need to be a master on that.
Caroline, before you move
Yes,
on, we just have a
yes,
question here.
of
And also,
course.
I just want to say your sound drops in and out from times, eh? It goes loud and softer. Not quite sure what's going on. But here, Natalie is asking, why do you use so many AI assistants? Do they do different things, or is it because they are free and therefore you can't use them indefinitely? So why are you using so many?
I will just, yeah, I just want to try and I don't know why the sound is doing that. Please just confirm to me, Almarie, in a little while whether it's still doing that. Good question. Yes, it is because they're free and they can only help you up to a certain point. Then they're going to tell you, and it may happen to us today, you have exceeded your limit for the first couple of hours of the day. So you need to wait and they'll tell you till 10 o'clock. That's one reason. It's if you prompt a lot. The other reason why I'm using it is because I need to train in it. I need to know how it works. And then, is there a difference? Mm, they do exactly the same, but they can, some have more speciality in certain ways. Like, for example, I know Claude is very popular in the medical world. Um, um, Copilot you use when you, especially when you have a Microsoft account, but you can use any of those. I would say the way that the AI gives you the results will eventually determine which one you can use. Go and try them and see which ones. I'm very particular about the way it presents it to me, the way it breaks it down, the way it formulates the wording. But you can also specify that. All right. I hope that answers the question. Let me just check the time somewhere. Okay,
Thank
cool.
you.
So,
It's 10 to,
I
so we
hope,
also have another question here, and I think this is also an important one.
yes, sure.
It's from Guamaka, sorry, Guamaka, and he's saying, I would like to know what you can do as an organization to prevent workers from loading organizational documents into generative AI. I am raising this question to address data privacy and confidentiality of the organization's documents. Because as
Absolutely.
you said, machines learn from humans and we give them the information.
Absolutely. I think I would like to take that question a little bit further offline, but let me introduce the answer. And that is you can work anonymously on this. You can also set it. I won't get into the settings now, so I'll take that offline. But you can set the AI not to pick up, not to use your particular information as a learning part of learning. Excellent question. That is a concern. Well, then on the other hand, answering that question, Microsoft is a master at security with AI. Put that in your pipe. I'm not saying the others aren't. I deal a lot with Microsoft. In other words, Microsoft Copilot is maybe then a better choice. But please, can you please complete the link at the end so I can take this a little bit further with you. I hope that answers it partly. Right. So prompting, prompts that you can use, and this is going to be the majority of the rest of the session. How can you prompt? I'm going to give you examples from very basic ones to a little bit more advanced and more detailed. You can ask AI, any of those web companions, explain AI in simple words. So instead of me answering it to you, you can ask AI. Write a thank you email. Summarize this article. Now, with these, you can get quite far, but I'm pretty sure you can see, write a thank you email about what? You can ask, write a thank you email. If you in Outlook, for example, and you have Copilot that you use, which we're not going to do today, you can point to the email, click on it, and then ask it to write a thank you email. But if you use the AI Web Companions, then unfortunately you have to provide more detail. Let me take, because I'm sure those of you who've not been around using AI would like to now see the practicality. Explain AI in simple words. You can use this prompt as is. So I'm going to end my slideshow and then go, let me just end the show and then go, and instead of me typing, guys, I'm going to do this a lot today. I'm going to copy so that I don't have to waste your time in typing. So I have opened all these AI web companions. Let me just move this out of the way. All the AI web companions, here they are. I've opened them and I have signed in on many of them. I hope they're all going to play along with me. And I can choose any of these to ask the question. Now, when you open an AI web companion, you will notice it pretty much looks the same on all of them, in the sense of it will have an area where you can ask your question. where you can type, or as you can see over here, is let me just point to that. There is a little mic where you can ask the question, where you can dictate it instead of typing it. If you maybe want to talk to AI, just as a matter of interest, if you go to that button in the top right, I am in ChatGPT at the moment. If you go to that button just to answer the previous question, you can turn on a temporary chat, which will definitely not go into the memory of your ChatGPT, right? So, but you have to do more settings. So let's go for that question. So instead of me typing, I'm just going to paste. I should have pasted. There you go. I'm just going to paste it, and it's honestly, I can just start typing. And then I'll go to this button over here. It's like sending a WhatsApp where you can set off that prompt, a very basic prompt. AI is a clever helper. It learns from examples. It uses patterns. I can follow up that prompt. Please put this in easier language or more basic language, whatever you prefer. There's no right or wrong in the sense of that's how I want to put it. Aha. AI is a smart computer tool. So it breaks down this into a little bit more easier language that I can understand. I can even ask, explain. I should have asked it right at the start, but I mean, follow-ups are there to follow up because I don't like the answer, so give it to me in a different way. Explain this to me like, I love this one, like to a 10-year-old. And I send the prompt. So I keep on asking, requesting. Imagine a computer that can learn things kind of as you learn from homework or practice. It looks at lots of examples to figure it out, and then it can learn to help you. A very, very basic prompt where you can get a question from, but it does not have detail in it. So let's look a little bit more in more detail. Prompting the right way. Garbage in, garbage out. We've now seen a very basic prompt with a couple of words can help us, no problem whatsoever. But it's better to have a proper prompt, prompting the right way, where the secret is if you do that, you will get great AI answers. You will also get great prompts if you learn how to prompt properly. Be as clear and as specific as possible. Let's have a look at that. The more detail you give, the better the magic that you receive. So it's garbage in, garbage out, more specific in, more detailed in. That is the detail that you're going to get. So these prompts are better than the previous ones. I'm sure you will agree. Create a social media post about healthy eating tips, or give me 5 ideas for prompting my computer training business online. So help me with the prompts. You can even ask AI, the web companions, to help you with the prompts. Draft a thank you email for attending my masterclass in AI. So let's end the show. Let's take this prompt, go to my web companions, and let's try Perplexity. Going to right click, and there are two pastes because I don't want to type. There's a normal paste which can take an image with, but then there's also a paste and match the style. That's the one that I'm going to use. Then I know only the text is going to be pasted in case AI wants to do something else. All right, there are lots of options here, guys. I have so much to show you. I'm going to try my best to get around the most important aspects. But luckily, I have slides or notes that you can use that I don't cover here. This time around, you can also send off the prompt. It looks a little bit different from ChatGPT. We are in Perplexity at the moment. I have shared those website addresses with you. So here it is. I sent the prompt off and it's going to think. Look how fast this is. It's searching. As you can see, previous question, it gives this to me in much more detail. Oh, yes, I have given it much more detail as well. But as a matter of interest, let's just go to Google Gemini that I also have open on the browser already. Right click, paste and match the style, the exact same question. And that's what I would like you guys to go and play with. Take the same question, the same instruction, the same prompt, and try different AI web companions and see which one works best for you. The answer is going to be fairly the same because remember, it's machine learning. So it's like a robot answering your questions, but the way in which they present it is definitely going to be different. And let's see. Let's see what happens with Google Gemini. Google Gemini gives it to us in a different way. I'm not going to be too stressed today about the answers, the responses. I rather want to show you what you can do. I want to extend a massive thank you for taking the time to attend. And then AI allows you a space where you can specify the particular masterclass as well as the date if you want to. If you don't want to use the name of the masterclass because you think everybody will know, or you can have it in your subject of your email, then you just leave it out. AI is there to help you, to assist you, to guide you, but in the end, you use it as you want it. Even if you just want to use this sentence, copy this sentence, you don't need the others. You're quite happy with writing that yourself, but you haven't thought of this one, this particular sentence. You can copy this, take it to your email, and go paste it there and have it as part of your own email that you've already specified. Here it gives you so many ideas. It gives you ideas of things that you didn't think of, maybe, on how to thank the people, what to include. Because your prompt was, let's just go back to the prompt. Draft a thank you, or it should have said thank you note. See how clever AI is. It picked up, it should be a note. See, I left out something there. Draft a thank you email or thank you note email for attending my masterclass in AI. Let's go back to Perplexity. Perplexity has similar answer, but much shorter. And you choose the one that you prefer. Okay, let me move on. Otherwise, I'm not going to make this because I need to show you a lot more. Guys, please go use these prompts, go practice with them, make it your own, change it as you want. We share all of this with you. Create a meeting agenda for a 30-minute team check-in. Just some more options. Now, how can I help my child with homework? I'm not saying this is a perfect prompt. This is just an idea. Let's help my child. This is now my question or instruction. Explain the work in simple steps, give examples, and check if he understands or if she understands. The topic is fractions and the age is 10. Now, if there's anybody in this room today that think at the moment, oh my goodness, what is a fraction? Example only. What you do is, and this is what I love about AI, you don't have to ask questions to anybody else anymore. You don't have to act stupid or feel stupid. Take this phrase that I'm using here, go to your AI, let's try Grok, and ask Grok, please explain, short and sweet, please explain fractions. That's it. Send it off. Maybe your child has this topic that he needs help with and you don't have a cooking clue. I mean, you had mathematics at school 50 years ago. Go and ask. A fraction is a way of representing a part of a whole, blah, 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 blah. You can ask, blah, blah, blah. You can ask, put it in simpler terms, do a follow-up prompt. You can keep on asking, keep on asking, keep on instructing AI web companions. They never get tired. They're available 24 hours of the day. Nobody need to see what you do. You can keep on asking and never ever look stupid or whatever you feel like in a conversation. Go to a conversation, go to a meeting, pick up wording, make notes, come back, or while you're in the meeting, take your phone, ask AI, what does that mean? Put it in simpler terms for me. Please help me draft something. You can ask AI absolutely anything. So you can take this prompt, example only. Let's go to let me just go back to let me go back to ChatGPT. Now, please, every single topic, every single question is a new question. Do not carry on in this prompt because this prompt was about AI. Go for a new chat, and you'll notice each and every AI has a specific way where you can start a new chat. So we go for a new chat. You type whatever it is that you need to know. I'm just going to paste and explain it in simpler terms. It's a 10-year-old. You can add any detail you like. Sure. What is a fraction? It explains it to you once again. It also gives you fractions in real life, comparing fractions, equivalent. It gives you examples. It's adding it there. And then just to see if the idea is clear, is in the fraction, what does the 3 mean? What is this? Tell me the answers and I'll help him if anything needs more practice. Because you ask, listen to this, give examples and check if he understands. So it's first showing you everything, giving you examples, explaining it, and then he has to answer these questions. And AI will then check if the answers is correct. If not, explain a little bit more. How cool will that be to help your child? Guys, I'm not going to go into presentation mode here. I'm just going to copy this. This is another example. Give me some recipes, tasty recipes, using these ingredients in my kitchen cupboard and fridge, of course. Eggs, tomatoes, cheese, and onions. I have that in my cupboard and in my fridge. Please, AI, let's go and ask Claude this time. Claude, can you please provide us with, you see, I should have right-clicked and paste and match this style. You don't have to do that if you type it in straight away. So please, Claude, help me to prepare something. Give me a tasty recipe, tomato and onion scramble. These are the ingredients. I hope you have 4 eggs in the fridge. These are the instructions. There you go. Even help you there. Now let's see. Aha, this is my favorite one. I use this so very often. I go to, for example, ShopRite's website, and I need to buy oil. Now, for some of you, it may be quite obvious which of the 2 liter, I know it's different brands though, or the 750 or the 4 liter is going to be the best price. But for me, I don't want to waste that time. I'm not that good in mathematics, honestly. So I'm going to ask AI to help me to do this. Whether you do this on your computer or whether you do this on your mobile app. So what I'm going to try and do now, I hope it won't let me down. I'm going to activate my cell phone again. Let's just see. Hopefully it won't say. And I'm going to ask ChatGPT, and this prompt can be very simple. as I've mentioned there, best price. But then, and this is the next step, you can also add documents, pictures, spreadsheets, anything, and ask AI to help you with that. So in this case, I'm going to add these three prices. Oh, add the photo. Doesn't allow me to do more than one at a time. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, this won't work now for one or the other reason. It doesn't want to add more than one at a time. So guys, unfortunately, I can't show it to you here because, but I'm going to show you on the computer. You see, it's letting me down. I'm not sure why. It's maybe because I'm in a presentation. There's, of course, I promise you, I use this all the time on my phone. So let's go to here. And let's go for Google Gemini. Remember a new prompt. Here it is on the left-hand side. I'm going to upload the files. Look at this. You can upload photos. You can upload files, PDFs. You can, okay, so let's go for photos. All right. Okay, no, it's going to, I need to upload a file. Tell you why, because it's saved on my computer. So let's just quickly go there. I thought it was here. Here are the three prices. I've already prepared it for you. I upload that and I just ask best price. I use this all the time. Best price, short prompt. You never thought that would help. Promise you that will. And it's taking that and it's giving me the best price. And here we go. So this is what it's doing, even showing you for future use. This is what the 4 liter comes to 37. The 2 liter comes to 34. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, yeah, that is comparison. So it's showing you it's either be going to be 37 or look at this. Look how expensive a small bottle of oil is compared to the bigger bottles. I know one doesn't always have the money to buy the bigger one, but bear this in mind. Let AI help you guys. Can you see the time I've saved, as well as the embarrassment of me doing this? And also, I won't be, honestly, I don't have that skill. I do not have that skill. I hope that helped you. I wanted to show you on the actual on the app, but yeah, it's not possible. Better my website is another prompt. You take your website. Oh, sorry, Elmarie, I'm going to use your website. Use my business website and give me ideas to improve my services, marketing, and client communication. So I take this full prompt. I go to my browser. I'm using Google at the moment. Let's ask Copilot, Microsoft Copilot. I paste it in there. There you go. And I send it off. There are many settings and different things you can do. Today is just, I'm showing you how to prompt and the different prompts there is available. Here it gives you, and I'm not that interested in the answer right now, but look at this. A simple prompt. Use my website, give me ideas to improve my service, marketing, and client communication. You give it your website address, and here it comes back with different suggestions, ideas, as you've asked for. You can take it or you can leave it. It's totally up to you. Please remember, you can ask more questions, give more instructions. We call it a follow-up prompt. I want to show you more. I want to show you more. Yes, some more. Please excuse me for not sharing the full screen. Summarize this 4-page PDF document into 5 bullet points. Here is my document. I do have this document. You get the document in an email, you get it on a flash disk, you get it in a OneDrive or in a Google Drive saved or sent to you. And this is too long. This is 4 pages. It's quite short and sweet, though. I'll tell you what it's all about in a moment. We're going to ask AI to help us. But it is very lengthy. I don't have time to read this. So I go to AI. Let's go to Grok once again, chat. As you can see, I chop and change between them. You don't have to. Go and find your favorite. Summarize this 4 page, and here is not a plus, but an attachment, a paperclip, like an attachment on your email. Upload the file. I already have the file here waiting for us. Business opportunities, there you go, and send the prompt in. And it will, what will it do? It will do it in 5 bullet points because that's what I've asked for. Africa offers this, that, and the other. I have a prompt here for you as well on how I got to that document. So I didn't put that document together. I asked AI to compile a document, and the prompt was, I don't think I have it right here, but the prompt was business opportunities. It's in one of the notes on how to grow my business in Africa countries, and it gave me um, that document, and I've copied and pasted it into Word and then formatted a little bit and put it into a PDF. But AI can also read Word or Google documents, doesn't matter. What I need to look at for the last couple of minutes, the art of prompting is all about a formula. The more you can provide, the better, the more detail. The formula is a task, a content, a role, formatting, audience, tone, and constraints. You don't have to use all of them. Act as a marketing expert. Remember, right at the beginning, I said to you, AI can have any role you want. In this instance, marketing expert. Write 150-word context, LinkedIn post announcing our new webinar for small businesses. Use a conversational tone. The format is 150 words, including 3 hashtags, constraints, and add a call to action, constraints again, for signups. I have a couple of these examples for you. Here's your goal. What do you want AI to do? Context. Give it some background information. What is this all about? Who should it act as? Marketing consultant, a partner, a personal assistant. The format, gives it to me as an email, give it to me as a blog, give it to me in bulleted points, my favorite. The audience, is it for children? Is it for grown-ups? Is it for managers? Is it for newly recruited people? The tone, must it be fun? Must it be conversational? Must it be formal? Must it be informal? There are so many. Go and ask AI, what are the different tones and styles I can communicate with you? What are the different format styles I can communicate with you? I'm only giving you a couple. Examples. If there is something that you like, for example, if you go to LinkedIn and there's a specific heading that you like from someone else or that you find quite interesting, ask AI to write you a similar, but use that as an example. Or maybe a certain post on Facebook, on TikTok. Take the wording or make a screenshot of that particular post, upload it to AI and ask AI to use this as an example for my business computer training or selling shoes. So write a similar post for me. Examples is important to use if you really want to get garbage in, garbage out. Constraints, how many words? Use hashtags. Keywords, visuals. I have lots of examples here for you. The goal, generate a marketing email. The context, it's a new product launch in eco-friendly packaging. The role, be a marketing copywriter, AI. This is my instruction to you. You have to help me. The format, I need it in an email format. I want to send emails. The audience is environmental conscious consumers. Friendly tone, include so many this, so many that. I've taken these formulas, components, and I put it in a prompt for you guys. So this, oops, let me just stop this show. There you go. So I've taken everything here and put it in like a paragraph and proper prompt. You'll find all of that in there. Go to AI. Let's try Copilot again. Brand new chat, new topic, new chat. Paste it there. I mean, can you imagine how long it will take me to type this and you watching? Send off the prompt and it will take that detailed prompt with the whole formula specified as detailed as possible. And that's the way to communicate. You have seen the basic prompts also works, no problem. Best price. I mean, what more do you have to ask? But sometimes you need more than just two or three words. You need to use all these particular components. Let me just go back. Here they are. Here's an example, and here is the actual prompt. And I have a couple of that in this presentation for you, which you can go and explore. Draft a detailed, clear, and it comes from here. And the next page then is the actual prompt. Here's another one. Interview question. Help me prepare for an interview. I'm going to the interview, asking for the job. I'm leading the interview. Give me questions in my field, what the job is all about that I can ask someone. So here are the prompts. There are quick wins. Here are some more prompts, guys. As promised, I share a lot of prompts with you. I'm not saying they are the best. I'm just following the formula and not every time, every single component in there to answer these or to help you with these prompts. You can even ask, what are my customers' pain points? What are they struggling with? Act as a business strategy expert. Help me list the pain points and daily frustrations faced by solopreneurs and small business owners in Africa when it comes to using apps and digital tools like Microsoft, Canva, and all of these that I train in. Focus especially on things like lack of time, overwhelming fear, technology, the typical things I find my clients struggle with. I don't know what it is. I can go and ask and do some research, yes, but I can also use my helper, my AI assistant, to act as a business strategy expert. I mean, imagine what it will cost me to go to someone. You maybe still need to go to someone, a business strategist, but your homework can be done and you can give them more information, which takes up less time that you have to pay for. Ask AI, use AI. I have lots of examples here for you, lots of slides. I think it's about 30, 50 or something that you can use. Here you can have a placeholder, as we call it, where you put in your own business um, idea, your own business name. Here's one that can help you with a marketing strategy. Act as a small business marketing consultant. Guys, so as you can see, can I just quickly go back to the formula here? Here is the formula. Don't always have to use this. You don't always have to use this, but this will get you far more and better results when you prompt using the formula. And I have lots of examples for you. Right. So let me just jump to the end because my time is nearly up. I just want to double check on the last couple. Yeah, here's the marketing plan. Here is create an offer. Help me create an irresistible offer for first-time clients. I want to offer a bundle service and so forth and so forth. Right. I think the time is up. I don't really have time for questions. Available a little bit after the session. Here is Elmarie will share this with you. Thank you so much for taking up the time to join us. I know it's an hour of your day. I sincerely hope you are better equipped now on prompting and how you can use AI. Do not see it as a threat. That is important to me, a message that I want to bring across today. You can fill out this form. Elmarie sharing the link. You can ask questions there, or you can book a short session with me if you have particular questions in that regard.
Oh yeah! Come on! Give me that! Come on, sugar! Woo! Come on! I'll work it. Come on!